everybody, I'm Professor Hortense Theodora Fenwick III, friend of Miss Laney's at Culpeper County Library, and we're going to do some density experiments. So what is density? So density is mass per volume. Well, volume is the amount of a liquid or the amount of stuff that would fit in this box. And then you would have low density if you only had a couple little pieces of matter or particles in a big space. Then it's medium, see you have a few more and it's more crowded. And then it's high if it's really, really crowded. So that is basically what density is, and we're going to do some experiments to look at it more. Right, so if something is bigger and it's lighter, then it would be less dense than something heavier and smaller. So one good way to see if something has more density is to see if it's big, if it will sink or float, and if it is smaller, if it will sink or float. So these are metal. This is tin foil, and this is some kind of nickel, I think. I'm not sure, but it's definitely heavier and it's definitely metal. So, which one? Let's see. Foil, sink or float? Float. Secret metal, sink or float? Sink. All right. So, wood. Do we think wood is really heavy or really light? This is pretty big. Sink or float? Float. So if it floats, it's less dense than the water. Let's see. Metal clip, we looked at some metal. Sink or float? Sink. So that is more dense than our aluminum foil. All right, here's a weird one. Rubber ball. Sink or float, guys? Float. I'm surprised. So you can try this at home to see which things are more dense. We have a last one. Rock. Do you think this rock is dense? Is it gonna sink or float? Sink. Well, so now we've looked at sink or float, and we kind of know what density is about. This is a mason jar. And we are going to put some different liquids in to see which is more dense. So the more dense it is, the more little particles it has in it, and the heavier it will be. So we're going to put about 1/2 cup of each liquid in there, and it's going to be the same amount, but some of it might be lighter. And how are we going to tell if it's lighter? It's going to be really cool. Ready? Let's go. So here I have some regular corn syrup. Do you guys think corn syrup is heavy or really light? Looks kind of thick, right? So let's see. This is alcohol that's dyed red. Okay, so, this looks maybe a little heavier, so let's put some in. All right, we're dripping it in. That looks really sticky. I think the ants that live on my counter would really like that. I call them the aunties because I hate ants, but I have to find a way to make them my friends. Okay, so the next thing we're going to put in is dish soap. So we're gonna have to put things in slowly so they don't mix together. So do you think this dish soap is lighter? Still looks kind of thick. Let's see. All right, so the next thing we have is some water. Now, this is cooking oil. Does the oil or the water look thinner? Let's try pouring in this water. I'm gonna go slowly, 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 so it doesn't totally mix. It's mixing a little bit. Oh, look at that. We've got a purple layer. We've got the corn syrup, and that is the most dense. And so floating on top of it is the less dense dish soap, and then the water is less dense. But here's where this gets kind of crazy. We're gonna have to pour slowly, so be patient. Oh good, we didn't have a bluebird. I thought the lid would not come off. All right, slowly, slowly with the oil. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It looks like it's mixing a little bit. We'll see if that separates out. Now here's where the tricky part comes in. This is our alcohol. It's like rubbing alcohol that we use to clean something. So this is a turkey baster, and I am going to put this in a little bit at a time, because otherwise it will just go through to the other layer. Do you think we're going to get a red one on top? Is this alcohol going to float? Still see the layers. So that alcohol is less dense than the cooking oil. Now I have something that most people don't have at home, but as you can see, this looks pretty cool, even with some regular things, and I just put some food coloring into those regular things. This is lamp oil, and this is really, really low density. So I'm going to use a clean baster, and we'll see if I can actually get it. Well, now that is a problem. All right, let's get that lamp oil in and see if we can get it to float on the alcohol. Nope, I see it. See the thin blue layer of lamp oil? All right, cool. Doesn't that look beautiful? So now we learned about density. You can do some of these things right at home. And thanks for joining STEAM with the professor. And we'll see you real soon. Bye.